Sefer Bamidbar, Parashat, Shelach, 4th Aliyah. Hashem spoke to Moshe and Aaron, saying, "How long for this evil assembly that provokes complaints against me? I have heard the complaints of the children of Israel, whom they provoke against me. Say to them, as I live, the word of Hashem, if I shall not do to you as you have spoken in my ears, in this wilderness shall your carcasses drop, all of you who were counted in any of your numberings, from 20 years of age and above, whom you provoked against me. If you shall come to the land about which I have raised my hand in an oath to settle you there, except for Caleb, son of Yefuneh, and Yoshua, son of Nun, and your young children of whom you said they will be taken captive, I shall bring them. They shall know the land that you have despised. But your carcasses shall drop in this wilderness. Your children will roam in the wilderness for 40 years and bear your guilt until your carcasses shall cease to be in the wilderness. Like the number of the days that you spied out the land, 40 days, a day for a day for a year, shall you bear your iniquities. 40 years, and you shall comprehend straying from me. I Hashem have spoke. If I shall not do this to this entire evil assembly that gathers against me, in this wilderness shall they cease to be, and there shall they die. But as for the men whom Moshe sent to spy out the land, and whom returned and provoked the entire assembly against him by spreading a report against the land, the people who spread the evil report about the land died in a plague before Hashem. But Yoshua, son of Nun, and Caleb, son of Yefuneh, lived from among those men who were going to spy out the land. Moshe spoke these words to all the children of Israel, and the people mourned exceedingly. They awoke early in the morning and ascended toward the mountaintop, saying, "We are ready, and we shall ascend to the place of which Hashem has spoken, for we have sinned." Moshe said, "Why do you transgress the word of Hashem? It will not succeed. Do not ascend, for Hashem is not in your midst, and do not be smitten before your enemies. For the Amalekite and the Canaanite are there before you, and you will fall by the sword, because you have turned away from Hashem, and Hashem will not be with you." But they defiantly ascended to the mountaintop, while the ark of Hashem's covenant and Moshe did not move from the midst of the camp. The Amalekite and the Canaanite who dwelled in that mountain descended and struck them and pounded them until Hormah. Hashem spoke to Moshe, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, when you will come to the land of your dwelling places that I give you, and you perform a fire offering to Hashem, an elevated offering or a feast offering because of an articulated vow, or as a free will offering, or on your festivals, to produce a satisfying aroma to Hashem from the cattle or from the flock, the one who brings his offering to Hashem shall bring a meal offering of a 10th ephah fine flour mixed with a quarter hin of oil, and a quarter hin of wine for a libation shall you prepare for the elevation offering or the feast offering for each sheep. Or for a ram you shall prepare a meal offering, 2/10 ephah fine flour mixed with a 1/3 hin of oil, and a 1/3 hin of wine for a libation shall you bring as a satisfying aroma to Hashem.